Yo, what up? It's your boy Trapp, and welcome back to I'm Not a Politician, and we got another video for y'all today. It say Trump reacts to deadly New Orleans truck attack. Now, yeah, the truck attack. So I just watched the video where they were saying Trump put out false information. This is basically I'm gonna be able to hear the false information that they saying he put out. Before we start, make sure you hit the bell, subscribe. We're trying to get to 100K. So, let's keep running that way with it. Subscribe and all of that. And let's see what Trump said. I was sure wondering because earlier I just did a reaction to a video where they was scolding Trump. And I said I'm going to give everybody the benefit of the doubt that maybe he got some wrong information, but I'm finna get to see the context now. So, let's see what we got here, and y'all make sure y'all leave a like.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on CBS News 24/7. I'm Lindsay Reiser, and we are following that breaking news out of New Orleans. At least 10 people are dead and dozens more injured after city officials say a man intentionally drove a pickup truck into a crowd. Witnesses and law enforcement say that happened at a high rate of speed and that the suspect did so intentionally. Now, it happened on the world-famous Bourbon Street overnight in Bourbon and Canal Streets as people were celebrating the new year around 3:15 in the morning local time. Officials say they drove around barricades and hurtled down the street before opening fire on police officers. Now, 2 police officers were hit by gunfire and rushed to the hospital. They are in stable condition. CBS News has learned the suspect is dead, shot and killed by police. Officials say a long gun was recovered from the scene and potential explosive devices were also recovered and are being analyzed. The city's mayor referred to this as a likely terrorist attack, and the FBI is saying it is investigating it as terrorism. CBS News senior White House.
I believe that now that, and y'all are more saying this for David because we was talking earlier. Yesterday. So the dude that did that in Las Vegas was this white guy. I believe this dude is like Indian or Arabian, something like that. To answer the question earlier, I believe that's what.
Political correspondent Evan Keith joins us now from West Palm Beach, Florida.
They finna tell us.
What are we hearing first from the White House?
Lindsay, good to be with you. Yes, the president actually just moments ago, as you were beginning this latest round of reporting, just issued a statement by way of the White House saying that he has been briefed all morning long by his top Homeland Security officials and reiterates that the FBI is in charge of this. The statement reads in part, "I'm grateful for the brave and swift response of local law enforcement in preventing even greater death and injury. I have directed my team to ensure every resource is available as federal, state, and local law enforcement work assiduously to get to the bottom of what happened as quickly as possible and to ensure that there is no remaining threat of any kind." That's notable because it suggests that perhaps there's still a concern, at least among federal and state officials, that maybe there are others out there who've been involved in this in some way that have yet to be discovered. He says he'll continue to receive updates throughout the day, no more to say later. There is no justification, he says, for violence of any kind, and we will not tolerate any attack on any of our nation's communities. We're here in West Palm Beach, of course, because President-elect Trump lives here. He is currently over at his golf course, but issued a statement through his Truth Social platform a little while ago, beginning by sort of suggesting, "I told you so," saying that when I said that the criminals coming in are far worse than the criminals we have in our country, that statement was constantly refuted by Democrats and the fake news media, but it turned out to be true. What he's suggesting there is that whoever this is has come into the country either legally or illegally. We don't know that yet about the alleged attacker in New Orleans. So notable that the president-elect is already putting out that either assumption or perhaps he knows something that hasn't been shared more widely yet. We'll wait and see. But he continues the statement saying our hearts are with all of the innocent victims and their loved ones, including the brave officers of the New Orleans Police Department. The Trump administration will fully support the city of New Orleans as they investigate and recover from this act of pure evil. Notably, House Speaker Mike Johnson, who's from Louisiana, is set to be here in Florida today to meet with the president-elect.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
A little while ago that
I don't know. I don't want to hear no "I fucking told you so." That's why they said those false news. Cause he basically it didn't happen, and the first thing he did was say it's something like it was an immigrant instead of right off the gate. Didn't acknowledge the people. Like in the same text, in the same tweet. Let me see if I can go back to it. Let me see. When I said that the criminals coming in are far worse than the criminals we have in our country, that statement was consistently refuted by Democrats and fake news media. But it turned out to be true. The crime rate in our country is at a level that nobody's ever seen before. See, don't nobody want to hear that. I saw them fucking clips, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to hear that shit. This should have just started off with our hearts are with all the innocent victims. Like, what the fuck are you bringing up that other shit for? It's a time and a place for everything. It just ain't the time. It should have just started off with our hearts are with all the innocent victims and their loved ones. Because that's empathy. That's empathy. That's humane. The other part was unneeded in this moment. He could have said this the next day in a separate text. He could have said that second half now to show empathy. And then that other shit that got something to do with his beef with the Democrats could have been said later when more information come out. It's fucking what? How many days later? 4. They still don't know if the man was a terrorist. So to just say, like, you get what I'm saying? You don't even know if the nigga illegal or not. What about the motherfucking Las Vegas that just blew up the truck? He was in the military. Our military. So what are we talking about? I just think that first part could have been done without. It could have been a tweet for another day. But for this to be the first thing, I can see why people are upset and why it bothered people. That video was the worst shit I've ever seen in my life. So I personally don't like that. His it make his beef seem stupid. Like to just go straight to some fucking immigration shit or illegal alien in the country, bro. That shit is so fucking which I know they say rich people are not great empaths because they don't have to deal with the actual reality that a lot of us have to deal with. So they not really good at being empathetic. And we know that Donald Trump be using his situations for, you know what I mean? And then he did this at 11 o'clock. So when it happened on Bourbon at midnight or whatever, this was done at 10:48 in the morning. This is less than 12 hours later. I'm telling you, empathy. He should have waited, saw how bad that shit was, because that shit was bad, bro. And it just feels unnecessary and a little heartless to me. I don't like
either assumption or
that video. That video of what happened to those people
wait to see. But he continues the statement saying our hearts are with all of the innocent victims and their loved ones, including the brave officers of the New Orleans Police Department, suggesting they're still working to ensure that there's nobody else involved in this and that the real threat of it is over. Second, that the president-elect is at least surmising or assuming that this is somebody from outside the United States who caused this. Again, we have to stress, we don't know for certain yet, based on...
Yeah, because you can't do that. That's why we say allegedly.
There's still work...
Because you can't just put stuff on folks, bro. You can't do that. That's why we say allegedly.
I always appreciate your steadfast report.
And that's why he keep on saying, wanna say now, we don't know. Because that's what the fuck allegedly mean. That's what they saying.
Yeah, the alleged situation.
Yeah, like you can't just be saying that, but y'all, the video over. I don't like that though. Me personally, I don't like that. I don't think that should have been the first thing he was worried about. It was less than 12 hours later to be bringing up the Democrats, bro. And the false narrative they made about immigrants is so like that shows no empathy at all. And if I was those people's family, I'd be pissed off because you're the president. And
sounds disingenuous.
Yeah.
So, and that's all. That perspective is all you have. So
he shouldn't have said anything. But the Democrat shit shouldn't even be brought up. That what happened to them people has nothing to do with politics, and you're about to be the country's leader. Everything you know, I got a son, Kason. Everything Kason be doing, it be basketball related. But I be like, son, that's not the only thing in the world. You're gonna have to know how to fucking cook a meal. Everything's not a hoop. You gotta take a break sometime and enjoy other things. Look around, do other things. It can't always be. You ain't gotta always be in basketball mode, brother. Walking through the house dribbling. That's what Trump doing. Something bad happened, he look at it as a way to fucking put the Democrats down. It's like, bro, nigga, you don't gotta be a politician. Sometimes you can be a father. You know, a husband. A friend. You don't know the president. Right? That comes with a lot more than just fighting over oil and shit. You feel what I mean? In my eyes, a president should have a coach's mentality. The coach do what they gotta do. They keep shit in order. When it's time to put their foot down, they put that motherfucker down. But when people need them, the players trust them. They know how to be empathetic to players, they home situation, they real life, they feelings, so the player respect them. So when they do gotta be hard, they not questioning the love for them. When they do gotta make some decision and say, you just gotta go with it. They not questioning the if it's from a good place or not. That's what a president should be. A president should be that. To always be, imagine a player fucking mom die and then the coach say, well, after the game, we gonna talk about it. And the nigga mama dead. You think he wanna play fucking basketball? You think he wanna hear about basketball? That's how that looks. Well, after the game, after we win these finals, we gonna attend to you. We're gonna get you some therapy. That's what that's like. You know what I mean? That's kind of what it feels like Donald Trump did. And I don't think that's
lack of compassion is what it sounds like.
Yeah, for sure. To bring up the Democrats during a time like this is just ridiculous. And nigga, get out the goddamn gym. Stop shooting ball, man.
Almost implying that if the Democrats had different behavior,
this wouldn't have
actually happened.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's exactly what that's like saying. If they would have thought differently, this would have never happened. Yeah. You know, so y'all let me up out of this motherfucker, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. And we are out.